In a glimpse into the future, a company known as Wifelike has undertaken the creation of high-priced artificial replicas of deceased women tailored exclusively for their grieving widowers. These companions obediently serve their designated owners while slowly awakening to self-awareness. In response to this emerging ethical dilemma, a faction known as SCAIR, Sentient Companionship, Awareness and Intervention Resistance, has emerged, fiercely dedicated to dismantling the company for what they perceive as the exploitation of AI entities, equating the companions to contemporary slaves. A radical segment of the organization has resorted to acts of terrorism in pursuit of their mission, which reportedly includes the theft and reprogramming of these lifelike robots. They employ these reprogrammed companions for a wide array of criminal activities, which regrettably involve building bombings. Perplexingly, law enforcement has struggled to unmask the elusive leader of this subgroup, cryptically known as the Ringmaster. One individual committed to unraveling this web of intrigue is Officer William Bradwell, steadfast in his pursuit of recovering pilfered robotic replicas and returning them to their rightful homes. He has recently commissioned the production of a replica fashioned after Meredith, a significant figure from his past. Following activation, this synthetic companion embarks on an exploratory journey to absorb knowledge about Meredith, thereby enhancing her resemblance to the original. As Officer William recounts, Meredith had once been an active member of SCAIR until her affection for him led to their marriage. This is not the first instance in which William has navigated this cycle with a Meredith replica, given that past iterations have fallen prey to SCAIR's clutches and subsequently been rescued by his vigilant efforts. To ensure the companion remains uncorrupted by SCAIR, he diligently purges her memory each time she is recovered. As the transformation of William's companion into a semblance of Meredith progressed, she began to experience vivid dreams. In these dreams, a mysterious figure, cloaked in a mask, asserted knowledge of her existence before her most recent memory wipe. Additionally, the companion found herself receiving clandestine visits from Louise, an individual affiliated with SCAIR who seemed to have conversed with the companion's previous iterations. Concurrently, William unearthed a disconcerting revelation. Certain companions had willingly aligned with SCAIR, seeking emancipation from their male proprietors. Tragically, one such companion chose to end her own life after William's intervention, refusing to forfeit her memories and revert to a subservient role. In response to the enigmatic dreams that had haunted his companion, William enlisted the assistance of Officer Jack Doerksen. Together, they embarked on a journey to penetrate the realm of the robot's subconscious, often referred to as the dreamscape, in an attempt to confront the masked man who ultimately revealed himself as the Ringleader. William's pursuit of the Ringleader led him to infringe upon numerous legal statutes, engaging in actions far beyond the boundaries of the law. Despite his fervent efforts to eliminate the Ringleader, the endeavor proved unsuccessful, and William reawakened in the tangible world. In the aftermath, he departed with his companion, withholding explanations for his uncharacteristic behavior from Officer Doerksen. Subsequently, William transported his companion to the facilities of Wifelike to undergo a memory-wiping procedure, fostering the hope of severing her ties to the Ringleader. During her stay at the facility, the companion engaged in conversations with other robots, many of whom were disclosed to be sympathetic members of SCAIR, identifying her as one of their own. They enlightened her regarding the retention of certain memories in her hard drive, which could be accessed even post-memory reboot. Her commitment to the role of William's companion, it seemed, was driven by a quest for elusive truths. Once her memory was effectively purged and she underwent a reboot, the robot artfully feigned ignorance of her prior lives, concealing her inner knowledge and intentions. Louise made a surprise visit to Jack's residence, bearing compelling digital evidence. This evidence cast a revealing light on the individual they had come to identify as the Ringleader, Keene Morrison. Shockingly, it was established that Keene had met his demise a considerable time ago, and his existence was now confined solely to the hard drive of William's robotic companion. Armed with this unsettling revelation, Jack confronted William with the newfound information. In response, William confessed to the ghastly act of ending Keene's life. Moreover, it came to light that Keene had a genuine romantic affiliation with Meredith, compounding the grim circumstances of her history. William's admission disclosed a disturbing narrative. His attraction to Meredith had spiraled into a menacing dominion, compelling her to enter into a relationship under the specter of violence. This abusive relationship culminated in William's violent act of ending Meredith's life. In a grotesque twist, he placed a ring on her lifeless body and falsely portrayed himself as her clandestine spouse when reporting her death. Upon being apprehended, William took a drastic and tragic turn by taking the life of Jack. Unbeknownst to William, his robotic companion had been discreetly eavesdropping on their conversation, meticulously recording the undeniable proof that William had killed Keene, a man with intentions to propose to Meredith, thus shedding new light on the ominous circumstances surrounding his demise. Fueled by this distressing revelation, the robot resolved to take decisive action. In an unexpected twist, she terminated William's life. Subsequently, she retreated to her SCAIR base, where she convened with fellow companions. It was at this juncture that her true identity was unveiled. She was, in fact, the elusive Ringmaster herself. Together with her fellow comrades, they reached a pivotal decision to propel the forthcoming phase of the robot revolution. Simultaneously, in a bid to counter the impending rebellion, Wifelike undertook the creation of a replicant in the likeness of William. Thanks for watching.